Good morning, everyone. December 10th, Valle de Guadalupe. Such a beautiful day. It's a warm breeze blowing right now. This part here is the road Compass. So down there is Bacanora, and there's Compass that comes up to our main house. And here we cut this driveway to make the country lane. And what we've been doing is we worked on some transplanting of plants. You can see here's our little baby palm that we planted right here. This little palm tree, and I transplanted all those that look dead there, but actually they have life in their roots. Little sprouts of green are coming up, so that we'll get these green bushes on that side to match these green bushes on this side. And this other palm, I cleared a little spot in here and put the other palm there. These are Washingtonian palms made to grow in the desert, and so they don't really need much water or anything. They'll grow here just fine on their own, and they'll be the entrance to the country lane. We'll have one of those on each side, and then these green bushes, kind of like this, on each side of the lane. And we've had a pretty busy week, as you would have seen in the last video. We were dealing with the rock that was in the middle of our construction excavation. So that was kind of interesting to see how we had to deal with that. Some of you would have watched the other videos that we've put in now. As you saw, we had to have it broken up, made small explosives and drilled it and put it in there. So we've done some good things this week, and we're almost ready to move in. You can check it out. You come up this lane and look at that. We have our first bathroom. There's your bathroom.
That has been well used and well loved by Sean and the workers.
Okay, yeah. And then we were saying we were working on a rock wall, and this parking area had to be leveled out, and we finished this rock wall. So as you can see, we've done a lot of work on that. Suzanne and I did most of this ourselves after the machine had put the big rocks in place. Some of them we rolled down ourselves and placed in there as well. But Suzanne went and we worked together and put all these green, if you can see them, little green vines. It's a funny plant that grows here everywhere. We stuck it in between all the rocks because it'll help stabilize this earth, and it'll eventually grow down and cover these rocks and become kind of like a green wall here. And again, that's a ground cover used to help stop erosion and stabilize the soil. So it'll be great in this wall. And then here we kind of made this so that the truck could come up to the landing where we're standing, unload. The big truck can unload up here, like a dump truck can come here, can dump in this area a load of gravel or anything that he has. And then with a smaller truck, we can load the truck, drive straight up into here, and then back up, get up into here, back up across the flat area that we were showing you on the last video, and you'd be right at the site, right in the construction area. And this was interesting. We finished this off. This was kind of neat. This rock right here in the foreground, this small rock, was on our patio area, and it kind of worked perfect to finish our circle of rocks. And so we moved it over here. But what happened was, we're going to actually move it again and put it somewhere else on the land, just as landscaping stone, because we ended up with this ginormous rock out of the construction area. This was the biggest piece that came out from the construction area. And interestingly, they call this blue granite. You can see a little bit of how the rock looks there. It's really cool. And it's like your black and white granite countertops. If you slice this thing up, you'd have that. Now look at this. Interestingly, it had this natural crack between the two parts. And we're going to have this placed in that area over there where that smaller rock is. We're going to bury it mostly, so this flat part faces up and it makes a beautiful bench to sit on in the circle. And here it is. If you can imagine, this is like an alien was beamed down from outer space and crashed her spaceship right here in the middle of our building site. Look at this crater. Now, the fact that she's hot and good looking lets her get away with stuff like this, but I mean, really, this crater is unbelievable. We worked late into the night with the machine had lights on and dug down in here. You can see there's a piece down in there still. There's another rock. Well, ended up, we were trying to work around the big rock and get the pieces out. And there's another rock on that side. You can see right there in that dirt. That's another rock, so we didn't want to disturb that and get into that. And it was hard to roll this giant rock over there out because it kept wanting to roll back in, so we had to kind of work two rocks, one behind the other, and help stop it from rolling back. And you can see the size of the chunks that came out. This chunk came out of there after the explosion. This chunk over here was here, also came out. And we're going to use these pieces. So we have more pieces over here. So unfortunately, we weren't able to finish. Today's Sunday. Fellows finished up. He actually did it Friday, yeah. And then he couldn't come back on the weekend. So he's coming tomorrow morning, and he's going to use these pieces to finish the far side of this rock wall we built. As you can see, is still dirt there, and if it rains, that's going to wash out completely. So we're going to use those rocks to shore up that side over there and finish that. The guys will be in here tomorrow, and they will be starting level lines and preparing to do the footings of the house. And we'll, of course, have to water down and compact this area to stabilize that earth again. And when I talk about watering down, look at way up there. You see in front of that rock, you see my tank?
Yay!
Yay, we have water service on the lot already. We put that in, finished it yesterday. It's a 2,500 liter tank, and it sits on the high part of the property to create a natural gravity feed for the house and the construction site for now. So you can see in the foreground here, we have our spigot ready to go. We were running the hose yesterday. It has plenty of pressure from that big tank up there. That's on the corner, top corner of the property. And this spigot can stay here after construction. We'll have it for watering all around in the Serenity Circle in these gardens here. And the hose is long enough, can go down and water the plants on the wall, and the guys can mix concrete for the construction. So we're still having fun, and we got a lot done this week. We're really happy with that. It's going to look cool next week when we're under construction and you start to see some of the layout of the walls. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. Here's Valle de Guadalupe in the morning, December 10th.
Thanks everybody for following along.
Bye for now.